Bills fans, a lot is happening in the NFL. So to my Bills fans, my NFL fans, my Built in Buffalo crew, my Bills Mafia International crew, my Bills Mafia guys, everybody who's a Bills fan, and wherever you're at, everybody. The off season is beginning to pick up. We are 6 days away from the opening of free agency. Actually, I think it's 7. Today's the 10th. So, 7 days, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the NFL free agency frenzy will begin. It's going to be an interesting one because the cap is going down for the first time in a long time. The cap last year was $198 million. This year it is $182.5 million, leaving the Buffalo Bills with a mere $2.1 million about. Now, this can and will change. The Bills will be dropping some dead weight. They will restructure some contracts. Mitch Morse already did that for us. Thank you, Mitch. You know, we will see some people leave, and we will see some people show up. Brandon Beane is probably going to buy his time, so don't expect a big splash at the onset of free agency, barring, you know, cutting the Addisons, the Butlers, the Jeffersons, the John Browns, who I can see a small extension and restructure for him to keep him, because when he's healthy and on the field, he is such a good tool for Josh Allen to use. We tend to forget that he was our number one guy before Diggs. Put up 1,000 yards, put up 6 touchdowns. There's no reason to really move on from John Brown unless they don't think he can get healthy again, or if they can't lower his cap hit. You know, if he doesn't want to take the restructure or lower his money a little bit, you know, they can just cut him. They'll take his $1 million or 1.5 or whatever it is and walk out the door. I don't want that to happen, but you know what? That's life in the NFL. Business decisions all day, every day. Now, let's also give some love to some of our other players, especially to Mitch Morse, right? Got to give him some love. Let's give some love to the guys who are going to take these, you know, lower cap numbers. And let's also look at the free agent market. There are a lot of good free agent players who are out there, and there's going to be more added to the pile. Teams are going to be looking to, you know, sign somebody, and they're going to have to drop somebody, like us. If we sign somebody, we're going to have to drop somebody. Someone's going to have to go. And that's why it's important for the Buffalo Bills to really pay attention to what they're doing in the market. There are some guys out there who are high-profile names, like Bud Dupree. I keep hearing people talk about them. There are high-profile names out there, like Hassan Reddick. You know, J.J. Watt was out there, and we would have tried to get him. We did try to get him. There's going to be guys out there whose contract numbers are going to be too high for the Bills, and those guys will get swallowed up real quick. They're going to be early signings. It's the guys who are left without a home, and when all the money is gone and dried up, those guys will be the ones that we target for one-year deals at $4 million. Those guys will be the ones we're looking at. The Malcolm Butlers of the world, the Josh Normans, you know, guys who just aren't going to take that much money. We're going to be looking at guys who are better than the money they're going to be worth, or the receiving, excuse me. So they'll be getting paid less than what they're worth because of the down cap year. Any other year, they'd be getting paid, you know, their normal value. It's going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of one-year contracts. You know, 1 year, you know, $4 million for a Malcolm Butler, who I like. He was a 51st ranked cornerback under PFF. Not bad. Not bad at all. The Bills are really going to have to look themselves look at that roster, and see who's going to go. And a lot of Bills fans, we're looking, and we see where we can make space. And a lot of people are jumping the gun, saying, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this, we need to do that. Don't be surprised if some of the moves you want made aren't made. Don't be surprised if some of the players out there that you want don't get signed. Everybody's looking at Bud Dupree, while Akwara from Detroit had a quiet, sneaky 10-sack season. Why was it quiet? Well, he was from Detroit. That's why. There's going to be players out there. There's going to be guys like Christian Kirksey, who's going to fly under the radar because guys like Hassan Reddick are out there. Levante David just got swallowed up. Matt Milano's out there. There's going to be guys out there who are going to overshadow some of these other guys. And those guys, those bigger names, are going to get their bag first. It's really intriguing to see what teams do what, how teams do what. Me personally, I'm more of a fan of trading some of these guys. If you can get a 6th round pick or 7th round pick or even a 5th round pick for some of these guys that we have that will hit our cap, it's the same as cutting them. Why not try and make a trade? We release Vernon Butler. He's going to save us $7 million or something like that. Somebody will take that $7 million investment in him. They'll pay him that in a trade, and then we'll have to eat that $1 million, and that'll save them money on if they try to sign him. There's going to be some moves, and I just can't wait to see what they are. Other teams are intriguing too. A lot of teams out there that are going to have money, like the Patriots. They have money. The thing is, Patriots don't really pay anybody. They paid Gilmore the bag that one year, but they don't have a history of paying dudes big. Every now and then, Gronk will get a deal or Hightower, but there's not a lot. They didn't pay Tom Brady big, so that's just what it is. They don't spend a lot, unless who they're getting is a superstar. So don't expect crazy spending from them, or maybe they'll have to spend big because back then they had Brady, and the allure of playing with Tom Brady, really, really, really set people up to go in there and say, I'll take this because I got a chance of winning a ring. They don't have that anymore. That's gone. That's over. There's no use in arguing that point. Brady is why a lot of people went to New England on low-end deals. And when somebody wants their money, like Malcolm Butler, they wouldn't give it. That's how it is. They're looking at trading Gilmore potentially. At least that's the rumor. What we need to do is find role players for the Bills. The Bills need role players. We have our core guys. We have our Edmonds. We have our Oliver. We got Starr back this year. We got Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer locked up. We got Tre'Davious White. We got Josh Allen. We got Stephon Diggs. We've got most of our core already set up. We may need to get another core player in the draft, probably on the offensive side, probably an offensive lineman, first round, maybe second round. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to see. Maybe we don't stay in the first round. Maybe we trade back, acquire a couple more picks. I would trade back to the second round, early second round, and acquire a second and a fourth, or second and a third. Somebody might be there, like the Bengals, or like the Dolphins, not the Dolphins, early selections. I don't know. Somebody who picks early. Texans, nope, they don't have a second round pick. They give the Dolphins. So yeah, maybe the Dolphins see somebody that they really love, and we're like, we're not in love with these guys. We'll move back. You guys give us a second and a third. It's a division rival, but you know what I'm saying. There's guys out there. The Jaguars may be like, hey, we want to jump back into the first and get another core player with a 5th-year option. It's totally possible. They have 2 first-round picks already. If they can jump up to 30 and pick up a running back that they really like a Najee Harris or a Travis Etienne, and lock him up for 5 years, it's not a terrible idea to do. we move back and then get a couple extra picks, why not? There's going to be moves made, and it's exciting to watch. I'm almost giddy waiting for it because it's just next week. It's next week. And then the tampering period before that. So I think it's 24 to 48 hours before the actual official league year starts and these guys become officially free agents. The teams can start talking to guys. So you never know. Maybe the Bills do sign someone on the day of. And you're like, oh, shoot, how'd that happen? Oh, well, we also cut this guy, that guy traded this guy. Blase. You know, these guys are going to be on the phone and they're going to have all their offers in a row before, 4 p.m. on the 17th. And, some of those offers are going to get rejected, and some of those offers are going to get withdrawn too. Say the Patriots, put an offer in on Okwara and Bud Dupree, and Bud Dupree's like, well, I'm going to New England because I'm fooled by the allure of Bill Belichick, and then Okwara's out there, and they're like, well, thank you, sir, we offered you, you didn't take it in time, so pick somebody else up. Thank you, goodbye. And then there's going to be guys who have offers withdrawn on them. So moves will have to be made. And it could be fast. I just don't expect it to be that fast because people are messing with their money. And decisions are going to be made late by other teams where somebody you might really like is available. And then at that time you've already made moves, so you can't make that move. So I'm just... Whoop. So, but the players that I like for the Bills to target are Malcolm Butler at corner. I like Christian Kirksey at linebacker. I like Okwara at defensive end. I like to try and get Darrell Williams back. That'd be great. And then I would draft most of the offensive linemen. That's how I would acquire them is through the draft. And then maybe a tight end like Hurts or someone if he gets traded or cut. Hunter Henry. A lot of people, look at guys like Johnny Smith, dude from the Saints. I forget his name. Anyway, because he's older, he's like 34, like he can't play still. But I don't know if you guys know, but Mercedes Lewis is 58 years old. He's playing for the Packers. And he's playing well. So, it happens. Older guys can still play sometimes, especially in a position like tight end, where you're not necessarily the fastest guy. You're just big, and you can, catch him pretty well. The one thing that scares me about the tight end from the Saints is that he has the dropsies. He's the same problem Dawson Knox has. Except Dawson Knox got better throughout the year. Throughout the year, as the year went on, in the beginning of the year, most people were like, I'm done with Dawson Knox. He won some of us back later on in the season. So, just don't be surprised if we don't make a move at tight end, or if we draft one late. But there are guys out there who can play. Gerald Everett is another guy I like at tight end. If we can shore everything up in free agency and just draft the best player available, I'm in. Let's do it. I don't like the idea of drafting for need, but sometimes you have to draft for need. And you also want that value to be it. That's when you see trades from Brandon Beane. If there's a need we have, right, and he doesn't see the value there, he'll move back. He's not going to overdraft somebody. Just like he won't overpay anybody. He overpaid a little bit last year for familiarity because of the pandemic. So he made those contracts easy to get out of. Addison, easy to get out of. Butler, easy to get out of. Jefferson, easy to get out of. Like he's made all his contracts easy to get out of. So he's not one to lock himself down and leave himself with no wiggle room. He always has an exit plan. Always has an exit plan. This is why he's Executive of the Year. General Manager Brandon Beane. Big Baller Beane. Now, for those of you who watched my video, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And, thanks for the support. And you can catch me on Built in Buffalo podcast or the Built in Buffalo live streams. You know, whenever they need me on there, I'm on there. Love those guys. I'm one of those guys now. It's great. But every now and then I'm gonna do my own thing. You know, just put a video up, and I'm gonna put it on their Facebook page. And they've done nothing but support me since I've joined that team. Love those guys. Those are my guys. I can't wait. Hopefully I'll be on again Saturday. I was on last Saturday and the one before that. I'm hoping to be on again. I wanted to be on yesterday, you know, but it ain't all about me. We're a team. So I don't want to be greedy, and I don't want to be a nuisance or anything like that. So I want to be on like every time, but that's not how things work. It's not how they work. I'm gonna be on as often as they allow me. Anyway, guys, I'm working almost to my location, so I'm gonna end this video here. I just wanted to get in and do something. I'm also in the backwoods a little bit, so cell signals in and out. I would have done this live, but I also can't be answering questions because I can't be looking at my phone. I gotta keep my eyes on the road. Appreciate everybody. You guys take care.